Well, hello guys on YouTube today. How are you guys today? Well, I want to talk to you guys about Apple stuff today, about the iPhones, iPod touches, and also the iPads as well. But not all the software for the older generations will update on some of the older Apple devices like older iPhones, older iPods, and also older iPads as well. Well, I have a old third generation iPod Touch here. This one is only running uh, iOS 5.1. I cannot update the software on this one. It says just iOS 5.1.1. It's the current update for this one here. But with this one here, with the newer iPod Touch 5th generation, you can actually update this one as well with iOS 7. Well, before you update it, just make sure to see what version you have in your iPod here. I have version 6.1.3 firmware, and I can go to system settings here. iOS 7 just came out yesterday. This is a pretty big file. To do this update, you will need your charger to charge the iPod, and also constantly keep it plugged in, and also constantly do not use the battery on the iPod itself, because that file is a pretty big file. And I'm going to go ahead and plug my iPod in, and the file is only 713 MB of a file, but it's still a pretty big file. The reason why it's a pretty big file is just pretty big for the iPod Touch 5th generation here. The iOS 7 will only work with the latest, newest iPods out there and iPhones as well. This came with iOS 6 on it, and I'm going to now upgrade it to iOS 7. And like I said, you can do this on your computer, or you can do it over Wi-Fi. And like I said, with doing it over Wi-Fi, it's a little slow, but that's okay. And you also can read. You can also read the little timesheet here on some of the stuff it recommends to do here. Now, I already hit the install button, or the install here. It's going to take about 5 minutes to install and redo the iPod itself. I recommend leave the iPod on, the screen on, where you can actually watch the activity of the device itself. It's going to be a pretty nice iOS 7, and it will also fix some of the bugs I have in my iPod Touch. Like I said, with any type of iOS update, software, or iOS firmware for the iPods, got news for you guys. Everything's going to have bugs. Apple's not perfect. I'm sorry, guys. Even Windows ain't perfect. Everything you get brand new are going to have some type of a bug inside of it. Okay. This iPod I just bought a couple weeks ago, and I got news for you. I love it, but the iOS 6 is also a bit buggy. Just to let you guys know, I'm going to be updating this one to iOS 7. It's going to also fix a little bit of bugs, but and also the operating system for this iPod Touch here, it's also going to have some bugs as well. And again, Apple's going to have to fix that kind of stuff, because everybody likes to have a smooth device and not a bugging, jolly kind of device. And yes, you're all going to need your USB cord, and I got 3 minutes for this to download in my iPod. And by the way, guys, if you have the older 3rd generation or the 4th generation iPod touches, or even the 2nd or the 1st generation iPod touches, sorry guys, you cannot get the newest update for your older iPod touches. You only can get it with the 5th generation iPod Touch, the new iPhone, the iPhone 5, and maybe the iPhone 4S. But like I said, with older hardware, it's not designed for a newer operating system, guys. And a iPad is the same thing. With the newer iPad Mini, and the original 4th generation iPod or iPad, you can also upgrade those too. But again, with some of the older hardware, guys, it's not going to work. You need to get the newer hardware to able for it to work, guys. I'm sorry. This is just what Apple does. Every Apple does when they make a new device, they kill off the older device, like for updates only. You can't update this one. This one is completely done. Originally this had iOS 4.0 in it, but it only has iOS 5 in it. I'm going to love the iOS 7 instead of having iOS 6 in my iPod here. And she is now downloading the device or the hardware. And like I said, it's going to take a while to do the update because, again, I'm doing it pretty slow with Wi-Fi and stuff. And like I said, make sure you do not use the battery. Do use the power cord that actually connects your iPod to charging your device. And I've done this over the computer before. It's also pretty slow with the computer as well. But the problem is, the computer, you no longer need a computer for your iOS devices no more, guys. All you have to do is when you go out and buy them and stuff like that, all you just have to do is set up the stuff you need to set up on the device itself, by the device itself, from the iPod Touch or your iPad or your iPhone. A long time ago, when Apple first made these guys, you had to use the computer to access the iPod itself. I remember doing it with this one. This one I don't have to do with that with my computer. You can see my computer is not on my desk. I am doing this completely on my own without having my laptop computer. And it's still downloading. I don't know how long this video is going to be, guys. But I will kind of keep you guys posted on what she's doing. iOS 7 just came out yesterday. I did not upgrade my iPod yesterday because I just didn't want to upgrade it right now. I was going to upgrade it today, and that's what I'm doing today. And yes, I do love Apple. Yes, I also do like Microsoft as well, guys. It's no difference on using whatever device you want to use. Okay, Apple is a good company, so is Microsoft. Like I said, I'm going to love the iOS 7. iOS 7 is it's released today, guys. You can download it today. The reason why you normally just can't get the iOS operating system right now, or when you've been looking for updates for your iPod or your iPhone or your iPad, well, because some things was in beta testing. And if I upgrade my iPod, well, I'm upgrading it today, but like I said, is it going to have bugs? Yes, it's going to have bugs, guys. Everything, again, is going to have bugs in it. It does not matter what that device is. It doesn't matter if it's Apple, Android, Windows phones, whatever, they're all going to have bugs in them. Everything has bugs. Even when I bought this guy, it also has bugs as well. And it's just installing. It's going to keep installing my update here. It's going to get there eventually though, guys. But like I said, with the older hardware, sorry guys, you can't upgrade. You can't upgrade your older iOS hardware and the iPod third generation here, guys. But I'm gonna leave you guys on here, and like I said, iOS 7 is going to be a little bit cleaner. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if I'm going to hate it. Like I said, it doesn't matter to me anymore because it's just a device, guys. Um, Again, Apple will also improve uh, more bug fixes and stuff like that, and also, the one thing I want to also talk to you guys is also if you have like mail notifications, you can turn those on or off to whatever you decide to see if it's going to be what's going to take the longest to update your iPod here. And yes, a very long time ago, yes, you used to have to use a computer, but nowadays you don't no more because that's Apple nowadays, because Apple prefers you just to buy that device and it's like, okay, it's going to be yours now, instead of having to connect into a Mac or a PC to access the device. Now again, older devices like a third generation or fourth generation or second generation or first generation, you still going to probably may have to use a computer for that to access that iPod. Like I said, it's kind of getting there. Make sure you have a full charge battery. I just charged this last night to do this update because, like I said, if you're going to do the update on the battery, please make sure you have your AC cord with you guys, because this is going to be a very, very long update for this iPod as well. And what it's going to do is going to change everything in my iPod, but you know what? I want to give it a shot. I want to give it a try. I don't know if it's a way you guys can downgrade iOS 7 back to iOS 6. I'm sorry guys, I don't know if it's a way you can do that. But like I said, it's going to be a good, I'm going to love some of the new features Apple has put out on the iOS 7 functions. Like, instead of you always constantly have to go into settings to turn Bluetooth on, Wi-Fi on and off, those settings. And now Apple is finally starting to get there on, okay, it's time to change something different. Now, I don't know if I'm going to lose my backgrounds or my pictures or something on the background, but if I do, I can just reset that, and that's completely fine. I don't mind resetting that kind of stuff, but like I said, be fair on, guys. You're going to be upgrading your device. You may not lose anything, but I hope you guys don't. But like I said, she's chugging along. She's almost there. It's got a little bit, maybe a wee little bit more to go there, guys. Right where my finger is. I don't know if you guys can see that. I need a little bit more to go. Gonna, keep you guys there. And I'm gonna like the new functions. I'm also going to the Bluetooth is also going to be it's going to be also a little bit better with some of the Bluetooth technology out there, like Bluetooth headphones and kind of stuff. I like no wires. I prefer this Bluetooth, but yes. This is going to change my iPod a lot. It's not going to be the same like it's been for the past year now with the way Apple's been doing things. And like I said, the operating system is going to be completely different. It's going to be a lot different actually. instead of what you guys are used to be seeing on iOS 5, iOS 6, iOS 4, it's going to all change every day and stuff like that. And the reason why I prefer to upgrade my devices. Now, I don't upgrade my devices all the time, guys, because they're always expensive to upgrade. You can also upgrade the software on some of your older devices, but like I said, not everything is going to have the capability of updating your device. And the one thing is, you also want to keep your screen on. Make sure you don't put it to sleep. That would also affect the install of the OS, the operating system for your iPod Touch 5th generation unit here. It's a pretty good. I looked up iOS 7 many times, and I like it. It's pretty good. And what does this iOS 5 or iOS 7 support? Like I said, the 5th generation iPod Touch, the iPad Mini, the iPad 4th generation, the new iPhone, the iPhone 5, and the older iPhone 4S as well. And like I said, every 2 years when Apple decides to make a newer device, okay, the updates for the older devices and stuff like that. And like I said, it's almost style, but it's not quite there yet. But anyway, guys, like I said, I hope you guys enjoy iOS 7. Now again, some people may not like it, some people might like it. I hope I like it because, like I said, you're just not going to be able to buy an iPod with the older, downgraded version of iOS 6, guys. But you could probably downgrade these older iPods if you really wanted to, but again, my iPods are legit iPods. I don't do anything else with them. I don't jailbreak my iPods or anything like that. Stuff like that. That's just what I do, and I just wait when Apple decides to come out with a new update. And it's gonna be a good experiment for me, guys. So experiments are always a good thing to have, and always good and a good way to experiment on the way you want your iPod to lay out. Now, this is just the install of iOS 7. I will, guys, keep you updated on iOS 7 here. I will do my review. If I like it, if I don't, I'll let you guys know. But, like I said, you gotta have a good battery, and you also have to have a cable plugged into it. But, let's see, how's she going? It's getting there, guys. She's getting there. Very slow, but she's getting there. But, any iOS devices can be updated. It only depends on the new iOS device out there, guys. Like I said, I'm sorry if you guys have the older 3rd generation iPod Touch or the old 4th generation iPod Touch or the 1st gen or the 2nd gen. I'm sorry, guys, you can't update those guys. The only newer device you can update is the 5th generation iPod Touch. The very first iPod was the 2nd generation iPod Touch. I went from the 2nd generation to 3rd generation. There was no difference here. This looks just like the 2nd generation because it actually is. I did have the 4th iPod Touch. I lost it, and I had the 5th iPod Touch. But I hope this works for me, guys. I really do. But don't want to bore you too much here, guys. I don't know what else to say here, but iOS 7, I hope it's a thumbs up for me. I hope it's not a very bad experiment like everybody says it. Everybody doesn't really like it, but I hope I like it. Alright guys, I'm gonna let my iPod Touch Hero or iPod 5th generation iPod Touch Hero to finish installing the software, and I will keep you guys updated on it. Please subscribe, please leave a comment, please like, please share. Peace out. Bye guys. We'll see you in the next vlog after this is done. Alright, bye guys.